A poor child from a poor country, from the working class, becomes one of the richest people in the world and one of the most famous footballers on the planet. A legend of one of the greatest teams in the world at the present time. And everyone started to believe that he is the legendary heir of football after Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. He achieved his dreams, built his fortune, met his idol, and took photos with him. And now, that same idol is playing in his position in the same team. Kylian Mbappé, the poor child, the miracle from a place called the banlieue, raised specifically in Bondy, a place filled with immigrants to France. That is because his parents are not of French origin. His mother is Muslim of Algerian origin, and his father, Wilfried Mbappé, is of Cameroonian origin. By the way, his father was a coach and director of the local Bondy club, and his son Kylian joined that club at the age of 6. And here the story began. Many events happened that led Mbappé to the legend we see today. I will tell you everything, but subscribe to the channel so you can watch the upcoming player stories and be amazed with me by information about players you did not know before. Let's go. The family. Mr. Wilfried Mbappé, of Cameroonian origin, is very proud of his country, to the extent that he named his son Kylian, which means the fighter. He was also the greatest supporter of Kylian from the very beginning, whether in his early steps or throughout his professional career. He is his agent, and his role in coaching and managing the local club was the beginning that allowed Mbappé to be seen by coaches. His mother, Mrs. Faisal Amari, of Algerian origin, a former handball player, was one of Kylian's strongest supporters and had a clear presence in negotiations with professional clubs. When Kylian was a child, he attended a private Catholic school in Bondy, where he was considered academically gifted but stubborn. At the age of 15, he began taking Spanish lessons and eventually became fluent. Among the players that inspired Mbappé in his childhood was Zinedine Zidane, Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, Ronaldinho, Lionel Messi, Ronaldo Nazario, Eden Hazard, and Thierry Henry. As a child, Kylian received an AC Milan shirt belonging to Robinho as a gift from his nanny's family, who were supporters of the Italian club. However, even as a child, Mbappé dreamed of playing for Real Madrid. Football career. Kylian began his career with AS Bondy, the club coached by his father, who said about him, "The first time I coached him, he was 6 years old. We can say he was different. Kylian could do far more than the other children. His dribbling was outstanding, and he was much faster than everyone else. He was the best player I had seen in 15 years as a coach here. In Paris, there are many talents, but I have never seen anything like his talent." And it was not only his father who praised him. Etienne Iroc, the president of AS Bondy, said about Mbappé when he was a child, "He had a style and vision that the other children did not have. He had eyes in the back of his head. He knew where the ball was going. Here, he never played with his own age group. He was always playing with older children because there was no point in leaving him with kids his age." After delivering an outstanding performance at AS Bondy, he moved to the famous Clairefontaine Academy, where he impressed greatly. This attracted the interest of many French clubs, as well as Real Madrid, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, and Bayern Munich, all of whom tried to sign him. However, no deal was completed until Real Madrid invited him to train with their under-12 team under the supervision of coach Zinedine Zidane, who strongly recommended signing Kylian. Despite this, no contract was signed, which was very strange, as the club's policy encourages investing in young talents who could achieve great success in the future. This was also Kylian's dreams club. His father said that the day Kylian received the Real Madrid invitation, he was extremely happy and described it as the happiest day of his life. But his heart was broken when no contract was offered. He was forced to play for Caen instead. However, his father stood by him, supported him, and encouraged him to continue. Kylian played there for 3 years. Problems then arose at Caen, forcing the club to sell players, and they were unable to renew Mbappe's contract. A golden opportunity then appeared for Mbappe. Chelsea invited him for a 1-week trial to evaluate his performance. When the week ended, the club asked for another week to be sure, but Kylian's mother refused firmly and said, "Either you sign him now or we leave." Unfortunately, Chelsea did not sign him, and the family returned to France. Mbappe then signed a 3-year contract with AS Monaco at the age of 14, with Monaco beating major clubs like Real Madrid and Chelsea in the negotiations. He stayed until 2015, when Leonardo Jardim promoted him to Monaco's reserve team. However, Jardim was impressed by his strength, skills, and football maturity, and after only 3 weeks, he promoted him to the first team. Mbappe played his first official match on 2 December 2015. From the moment he stepped onto the pitch, he broke a historic record, becoming the youngest player in AS Monaco's history to play for the first team, breaking Thierry Henry's record that had stood for more than 21 years. Mbappe achieved this at the age of 16 years and 354 days. He did not stop there. He broke another Thierry Henry record by scoring his first goal for Monaco on 20th February 2016. He delivered extraordinary performances with Monaco until 2017, reaching the Champions League semi-finals and winning the French League after playing 60 matches and scoring 26 goals. The vice president of Monaco stated that from the moment he saw Mbappe, he knew he was witnessing a phenomenon. Monaco then signed Mbappe to another 3-year professional contract, keeping him until 2019. However, Paris Saint-Germain broke this contract, and Mbappe moved to the capital club on a 1-season loan with a mandatory purchase clause of €145 million, plus €35 million in add-ons. He wore the number 29 shirt upon arrival. Mbappe delivered outstanding performances for Paris Saint-Germain along with Neymar, including a legendary performance against Bayern Munich in the Champions League.
Paris Saint-Germain. 2018. We reach the year 2018. Finally, Mbappe receives the number 7 shirt. He was extremely happy and said, "I try to keep improving on the pitch, and I believe that for me it was the right time to change numbers. The number 7 shirt is a legendary, and many great players have worn it. I hope I can live up to the shirt on the pitch." He even changed his brand image. From that moment, Mbappe changed completely. He scored his first super hat-trick in just 14 minutes. He became the man of the match and led Paris Saint-Germain to victory in match after match. He literally became the heart of the team, to the point that he even inherited the temperament of the number 7. We saw this when he clashed with Teji Savanier because of a violent tackle on him. He received his second red card of his career and showed no regret about the altercation. He stated in the press conference that if time went back or if the same situation happened again, he would do it again. He said he was not regretful at all, but apologized to his fans and supporters. On 3 December 2018, Mbappe was rewarded with the Copa Trophy by France Football magazine, becoming the first player under the age of 21 to win it. On 21st of April 2019, Mbappé faced Monaco, his former club, and showed no mercy at all. He scored a hat-trick to secure a 3-1 victory. He ended the season as the league's top scorer with 33 goals, won the Best Player of the Year award, and Paris Saint-Germain won the French League. 2020-2021 season. In 2020-2021 season, Mbappé contracted the coronavirus and missed the first 3 matches of the season. However, he recovered quickly and returned. During that season, he played against Monaco and scored 2 goals, but Monaco punished him this time by winning 3-2. Unfortunately, Paris Saint-Germain did not win the league that year. However, Mbappé broke another historic record belonging to Lionel Messi by scoring from a penalty against Barcelona in the Champions League, reaching his 25th Champions League goal and becoming the youngest player ever to reach that number, surpassing Lionel Messi himself. This season was Mbappé's most prolific in terms of goal scoring. He defeated Monaco again, 2-0, and scored 40 goals for the first time in his career. He scored 27 league goals, becoming the league's top scorer for the 3rd consecutive time. Euro 2020 crisis. Mbappé's international situation was not good at all. At Euro 2020, France entered the tournament as the top favourites. Mbappé was at the peak of his stardom, a World Cup winner, and the symbol of the new generation. Against Switzerland, the match went to penalties. Mbappé stepped forward to take the 5th, decisive penalty. The ball was missed. France were eliminated. But the crisis was not the penalty itself. The crisis was what came after. Mbappé was held fully responsible. He was subjected to a brutal media attack. He received a wave of racist abuse on social media. Mbappé later admitted, "I thought about stopping international football. I felt alone." The president of France himself intervened to prevent him from quitting the national team. 2021-2022. In the opening match of the 2021-2022 season for Paris Saint-Germain, the fans welcomed Mbappé with boos. The crowd did not accept him. The reason was rumors claiming that Mbappé would sign for Real Madrid and leave Paris, and that he had started to miss his dream club. As usual, Mbappé responded on the pitch. He scored a hat-trick in that match. He continued achieving success without being affected by the fans, and he scored his 100 goals for Paris Saint-Germain. He became the youngest player to score 100 goals for a single club in the league. To eliminate all doubts about a possible move to Real Madrid, Mbappé signed a new contract with Paris Saint-Germain until 2025. This decision shocked the officials of La Liga, to the point that they sought revenge against Paris Saint-Germain and submitted an official complaint to UEFA regarding the financial losses caused by PSG in previous years. Mbappé then decided to provoke them even further and made the following statement: "I am convinced that I can continue to grow here, in a club that provides everything needed to perform at the highest level. I am also happy to continue playing in France, the country where I was born, where I grew up, and where I made my name." Not only that, Mbappé personally called Real Madrid's president Florentino Perez and told him that he would not sign for Real Madrid. 2022-2023. Rumors emerged that Mbappé wanted to leave Paris Saint-Germain during the January winter transfer window. Mbappé himself came out to deny these rumors, saying, "I am very happy. I did not ask to leave in January." He proved his loyalty to Paris by scoring a super hat-trick in 10 minutes and became the first player to score 5 goals in a single match during PSG's game against Pays de Cassel. As usual, he finished the season as the top scorer of the French league for the 5th consecutive time. The legendary season, 2023-2024. On 13th June 2023, Mbappé released an official statement announcing that he would not continue with Paris Saint-Germain and that he would not renew his contract, which was set to expire in June 2024. Not only that, he revealed that he had informed the club of his intention as early as 15th of July 2022. This meant that all the rumors he had previously denied were actually true. Even when he publicly stated many times that he was happy at Paris, he had already decided to leave and had informed the club. 1 year after notifying the club of his decision, on 5th of July 2023, the same day Luis Enrique was appointed as head coach, PSG president Nasser Al-Khelaifi stated that Mbappé would need to sign a new contract in order to stay. Mbappé was excluded from the team's pre-season preparations because he intended to leave. However, after negotiations between Mbappé and the club, he returned to playing again. On 10th of May 2024, Mbappé announced via his social media accounts that he would leave Paris Saint-Germain at the end of the season, confirming that he would not renew his contract, officially marking the end of his journey with the club. He played his final match for the club on 25th of May in the French Cup final against Lyon, winning his last trophy with Paris Saint-Germain. He finished his final season as the top scorer of the Champions League. June 2024. Real Madrid. In June 2024, Real Madrid officially announced the signing of Kylian Mbappé on a 5-year contract on a free transfer. Real Madrid announced that Mbappé's presentation would take place at the Santiago Bernabéu on 16th of July. On the same day, it was announced on the official website that Mbappé would wear the number 9 shirt, becoming the first Real Madrid player to wear this number since Karim Benzema. On 16th of July, Mbappé was officially presented as a Real Madrid player at the Santiago Bernabéu. The presentation was attended by 80,000 fans, the same number that attended Cristiano Ronaldo's presentation in 2009. Everyone knows that this was Mbappé's childhood dream. He himself said publicly, "It is a dream come true. I am very happy and very proud to join my dream club. No one can understand how happy I am right now." In the following season, he wore the number 10 shirt. He became Real Madrid's main star during a period of weakness for the team, carrying the responsibility almost alone, scoring goals and winning matches. As long as he continues, he keeps breaking Cristiano Ronaldo's historic records with Real Madrid. For many, he is the perfect replacement, and perhaps even better than Cristiano Ronaldo. Politics, controversy, and identity. However, this year, Mbappé made a move that led to heavy criticism. He intervened in politics, criticized the elections, and encouraged young people to vote. People were divided. Some said, "You are a footballer, stay out of politics." Others said, "He is a citizen before anything else." Mbappé's life with the national team was also full of problems due to his refusal to support or participate in advertisements that do not benefit fans or may harm them, such as alcohol, soft drinks, unhealthy food, or betting companies. He presented a very clear image to the public. "I am a role model, and I am responsible for the image I present to young people. I must be a good example." This caused many clashes between Mbappé and the French Football Federation. In the end, Mbappé imposed his stance, and no one was able to control him or force their opinion on him. Nevertheless, challenges continue to face Mbappé. He is not the hero imagined by everyone. He is not the silent hero. He often makes statements that cause controversy and conflict, creating distance between him and parts of the public, especially because of his immigrant background. He still faces racism in his own country. There are people who do not like him, even among celebrities and fellow players. For example, Cristiano Ronaldo warned him more than once about pressure, media, arrogance, and said words that meant talent alone is not enough, consistency is what creates a legend. This is natural. Cristiano sees himself in Mbappé. Messi, who is not someone who praises often, spoke clearly when he talked about Mbappé. Mbappé is one of the best players in the world, and the future is in his hands. After playing together in Paris, he never entered a public conflict with him. He always praised his speed and impact. Messi sees Mbappé as the natural successor of the great generation, not a small rival. But as we agreed, not everyone loves him. The story with Neymar was a bit complicated. At first, Neymar said that Mbappé is an amazing player and he would become number one in the world. But over time, things became complicated. Mbappé became Paris's main star. The entire project was built around him. The spotlight shifted towards him. At that point, the relationship became cold, with unspoken tension. Neymar never officially attacked Mbappé, but the message was clear. Paris had chosen its star. And today we can clearly see where Neymar is and where Mbappé is. If you would like me to make a video about Neymar similar to the one you just watched, write it in the comments and let me know there is demand for it. And if there is a specific player you want us to talk about, write it in the comments. The comment with the most likes will get its own video. Mbappé transformed himself from passion to professionalism, from a poor child who had nothing to a professional player who has everything. And you can do the same. All you need to do is strive, work hard, and persist. The journey will not be easy, but you may reach the end, or at least finish your life knowing you tried and lived with hope. If you liked this video, let me know with a like and a subscription to see the upcoming videos, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell.